but not for lost revenues. But again, this will be a healthy debate going forward, that nothing will be done unless there is absolute bipartisan support.
We need to make an accounting to on business. So business and health industry groups are urging all partners to shore up insurance companies.
This is the April monthly test of the Nevada Emergency Alert System from the Nevada Department of Public Safety. Broadcasters, cable operators, IPTV providers, and the National Weather Service provide EAS as a way for state and local officials to warn you about emergencies and keep you informed during disasters. This concludes today's test of the Emergency Alert System.
The results provide the first window into how the digital ad market fared amid widespread ordering requirements.
Retail value.
Those prescriptions have given most advertisers little incentive to market their products and services. First quarter revenue of Google's corporate parent rose 13% from the same time last year to $41.2 billion. That's the company's smallest gain since December of 2015. And it's incomplete because ad demand wasn't hit hard until late February. And then remember, we were all told to begin staying home mid-March. And Ford posted a $2 billion net loss in the first quarter as it blames largely the impact of the outbreak. The automaker says revenue nearly 15% as most industries. Wednesday morning, 29th day of April.
Between panic buying and a large number of new unemployed, food shortages are at an all-time high. Today, people who never dreamt they would need help feeding themselves or their families are showing up for food assistance. This Thursday, listen to this station and others nationwide as we raise funds for Feeding America. With your help, we'll restock food banks. Feeding America, a life-saving source of hope and help for millions. Listen this Thursday and please help if you can.
You're listening to America's First News.
All the news you need. America's First News. We'll be right back.
Okay, nurse, let's get this man to the ER stat.
Right away, doctor.
We see this every day. Heart attack or angina pain due to blocked and clogged arteries. Chelation can remove obstructions or blockages from arteries and help avoid painful and expensive surgery. Now there's Angioprem. It's a liquid oral chelation product that you take with juice. You start to feel the results fast. Angioprem increases blood flow all over the body, and that means more energy and strength to take on the day with less aches and pains. 60 years of research has gone into chelation, and Angioprem is the result. A safe and easy way to unblock your veins and arteries from buildup that slow circulation.
Paging Dr. Jones. Please report to the emergency room right away.
Log on now to angioprem.com. That's ANGIOPRIM.com. Or to speak with a trained consultant. Give Angioprem a call at 954-882-7221. That's 954-882-7221.
Now with orders to stay at home, public health concerns, the reality of illness due to pathogens and viruses. Your health is at an all-time high risk. That's why it's critical to take a proactive approach to boost your immune system. You can with new nano-colloidal silver from Americare. Our patented process with tiny silver particles, 1/100th the size of a red blood cell, allows for maximum body absorption. Americare's nano-colloidal silver effectively disinfects your body internally, attacking pathogens and viruses while supercharging your immune system. Colloidal silver is antibacterial and antiviral. Bacterial respiration, suffocating viral cells, preventing the virus from replicating. And now, due to public health concerns, Americare is authorized to offer our lowest and best price ever, around $1 a day, but supplies are limited. Purchase nano-colloidal silver now at immunesupportnow.com. That's immunesupportnow.com. These products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Supplies are limited.
Special report, coronavirus update. Nearly 70 residents with COVID-19 have died at a Massachusetts home for veterans. Federal and state officials are investigating whether residents were denied medical care at Holyoke Soldiers' Home. President Trump keeps the nation's food supply chain rolling. Meatpacking plants will keep their doors open due to an executive order signed by President Trump that could protect them if the weather gets set.
That'll solve any liability problems where they have certain liability problems, and
we'll be in very good shape.
It's one of the moves to help boost the U.S. economy, but some, like Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, says reopening too soon may be dangerous.
Over the past 3 days, we have seen the highest number of people coming in related to COVID-19 than we have during the entirety of this pandemic.
I'm John Lawrence.
Dow futures are 180 points higher. I'm John Trump.
This is the story of a very woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Please briefly hold. You are very important to us.
Your customers need to get a hold of you, and you with them. Make it easier with Podium, the messaging tool for local businesses. Podium helps communicate with customers more efficiently by making your business line textable, giving customers a more convenient way to connect. See why over 40,000 businesses use Podium. Go to podium.com/news or text the code news to 511-511 and save an average of $500. Text news to 511-511.
It was a goal that I wanted to achieve at the very beginning. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. I wasn't sure if I could do it. It was very hard for me, but the teachers, the counselors, they help you. One of the teachers was Miss Araceli. Miss Araceli, she gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing, and she'll come over and she'll sit there with you until you get it.
At age 47, with the help of his teacher, Marco finished his high school diploma.
50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work. Getting your high school diploma, it is a life-changing experience. It really is. It catapults you to where you want to go.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
3 years ago, my mom, my sweetheart, who had type 2 diabetes, died of heart disease. We didn't know that if you have diabetes, you are 2 to 4 times more likely to develop cardiovascular disease. And what's truly shocking to me is that millions of people living with diabetes aren't aware of their increased risk for heart disease. What will it take to think in? If you have type 2 diabetes, know your risk of heart disease. Know your risk of heart disease. Know your risk of heart disease. Be good to yourself and those you love by knowing your risk. Heart disease and diabetes are linked. No matter how you have to use it, please listen. Because the sooner you know your heart disease risk, the more you will adopt the disease. Don't see for your sweetheart.com.
From Washington to Wall Street and covering the world, America's First News with Matt Ray is on the air.
Good Wednesday morning, America's First News continues its 29th day of April, 34 minutes past the hour, and the U.S. now has 1 million coronavirus infections. That's the third of the global tally. The death toll has risen to more than 56,000. President Trump on Tuesday was asked about his predictions early on, versus Tuesday's grim milestone.
Back in late February, you predicted that the number of cases would go down to 0. How did we get from your prediction of 0 to 1 million?
Well, it will go down to 0 ultimately. You have to understand, when it comes to cases, we do much more testing than anybody else. So we could go to some of these other countries, as an example, China. If you test, you're going to show many more cases. So we're doing more testing than any other country in the world by far, which we just discussed over in the Oval Office. So we're going to show more cases because we're doing much, much more testing, double anybody else. Somebody said if you add everybody else combined, that would be a number, and it will be at the appropriate time. It will be down to zero, like we said.
At the time, saying that the number of cases would go up, we would have community spread.
Well, experts,
warning about this.
Also, experts, many very good experts, very good people too, said that this would never affect the United States. It wouldn't affect Europe. It wouldn't affect anything outside of China. So we were listening to experts, and we always will listen to experts. But the experts got it wrong. A lot of people got it wrong, and a lot of people had no idea it would be this serious. I listened to experts. I'll tell you what, I did something that the experts thought I shouldn't have done. I closed down our country and our borders. I did a ban on China from coming in other than U.S. citizens.
President Trump said he's done a good job versus the models, the worst-case scenario models. The same day that the U.S. reached 1 million infections, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced new COVID-19 hospitalizations in his state are averaging under 1,000 a day for the first time this month. He said Tuesday the data is the latest sign of slowly decreasing pressure on the healthcare system. The daily death toll dropping again, too, with 335 reported on Monday. Still a lot. In an interview with Axios, Cuomo said he regrets not taking action sooner.
If you could go back and change two things that you did personally, what they would be?
When we heard in December that China had a virus problem, and China said basically it was under control, don't worry. We should have worried. But where was everyone, Jonathan? When China says don't worry, I have a fire in my backyard. You don't hang up the phone and go back to sleep, right? You get out of your house and you walk 2 houses over to make sure I have the fire under control. Where was every other country walking out of their home to make sure China had it under control? That was December. January, February, where was everyone? Maybe the United States was waiting for the World Health Organization, or the World Health Organization was waiting for the National Institute of Health, or somebody was waiting for the UN. I don't know. But I wish someone stood up and blew the bugle. And if no one was going to blow the bugle, I would feel much better if I was a bugle blower last December and January. Even though no one danced to the music, I would feel better sitting here today saying, I blew the bugle about Wuhan province in January. I can't say that.
A nice gesture to the front line on Tuesday. Jets from the Navy's Blue Angels and the Air Force's Thunderbirds flew over New York City in a tribute to medical personnel, first responders, and essential workers. Now, some hospitals in Chicago are reporting progress on the fight against COVID-19, with at least one official pointing to New York as the reason why. Dr. Ernest Wang is treating patients at North Shore University Health Systems. The city of Chicago has the 6th highest number of cases in the U.S., but he says Chicago was able to prepare and plan by watching New York.
Right now, it's actually, I would say, pretty controlled. We are not seeing the same degree of a spike that New York has had, and we're very fortunate that way. But we do have a lot of cases, as you already mentioned. And so what that means is our state in our area has done a good job of kind of moderating the rise. So it's not a huge spike, but we have controlled or been able to control the number of cases that present, mostly because of our shelter in place.
I was just going to say, given the fact that your spike came later than places like New York, do you feel like you had time to prepare in terms of equipment, ICU beds, ventilators, so that you don't have shortages?
Yes, absolutely. I think having the foresight of seeing not only New York, but Italy, Spain, we had the ability to kind of plan, and I give all the credit to my hospital administration for our organization for really putting together a really sound playbook and strategically allowing us to be able to handle the influx of COVID patients in our hospital. And indeed around the state, what we're seeing is that we are doing well with respect to ICU capacity and ventilator capacity. There's variations in regions. Cook County is a little more impacted. In other regions in the southern part of the state, less impacted.
making the comments to CNBC. Meanwhile, Pfizer has announced it could have millions of doses of a vaccine on the market before the end of the year if testing proves the formula safe and effective. Working in collaboration with the German pharma company BioNTech, trials have already started, according to Pfizer. Approval for U.S. testing is, quote, expected shortly. Trials in the U.S. could be underway as early as next week. Both companies pouring millions, hundreds of millions into the project, splitting development costs down the middle, according to a news release. A White House reporter for Yahoo News has apologized to the president for getting his facts wrong about testing. It happened at a news conference Tuesday. Hunter Walker asked the president why South Korea had a higher rate of testing per capita than the U.S. Trump said he didn't think it was true. He directed that question to Dr. Deborah Birx, who corrected the reporter. Now, the president then taunted the reporter, saying, "Are you going to apologize?" He later did in a tweet, saying he had misread a chart. Also later, President Trump approached him and said he appreciated the apology. Now, Starbucks says its global sales tumbled in the first 3 months of the year as shutdowns gripped operations. The coffee giant based out of Seattle said conditions will likely worsen in the current quarter before moderating later this summer. Its recovery will extend into next year. Executives did say they're seeing encouraging signs. Starbucks said 98% of its stores in China have reopened, and sales are improving. In the U.S., it's temporarily closed half of its 8,000 company-owned stores. It's planning to reopen 90% of those with modifications by early June. Starbucks revenue fell 5% to $6 billion in the second fiscal quarter, which actually beat estimates analysts of $5.9 billion, according to FactSet. And Tucker Carlson, Joe Scarborough, and Chris Cuomo all have something in common, at least in April. The Nielsen company says each host's show had its most watched month ever. The coronavirus pandemic has forced many Americans, of course, to stay home. That leaves an audience for cable news. There were other superlatives, too. Fox News had its best month ever in primetime for a network that's been on the air nearly 25 years. MSNBC, around about as long, has had its biggest audience measured by the full day, and CNN scored more growth last month compared to a year ago than either of its rivals. You guys are tuning in late at night. Take us with you wherever you go. Download the TalkStream Live free mobile app. You can reach out to yours truly on social media, Twitter or Facebook. I'm at Matt Ray Talk. Use the hashtag AFN. More breaking news on the way on this Wednesday morning. It is the 29th day of April. We are just getting started. Still to come on America's First News, the U.S. economy gripped by the worst crisis since the 1930s. Fed Reserve policymakers, today they are expected to offer sweeping assurances. We'll hear about them coming up right here on America's First News.
America's First News will be right back. Attention gardeners, if you need to grow nutritionally dense vegetables or medicinal herbs this year, listen, because a bioactive superfood for plants is now available. In minimum time, that it almost forces plants to grow, even under the worst light and soil conditions. It's called Proto-Grow, and it's truly remarkable. Vegetables grow faster and contain more bioavailable vitamins and trace minerals. Plants that rarely bloom will flower constantly. Sickly plants become vibrantly alive. Medicinal herbs become super potent. Flowers become more vivid right before your very eyes. Proto-Grow also improves the taste quality of all your garden vegetables. That's because it's more than just an all-natural superfood for plants. It's a proprietary blend of bioactive sea nutrients that contain the basic building blocks of life itself, which is why Proto-Grow even renews your gardens by increasing the microorganisms in the soil. Learn more at growlikecrazy.com. That's growlikecrazy.com. Get special pricing for network listeners right now at growlikecrazy.com.
Bags under the eyes, crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles are things adults complain about as they age. Now, there's Instantly Ageless. It works in minutes and is great for men and women.
I've probably noticed in the past 5 years that I have gained a lot of fine lines, wrinkles, my crow's feet have gotten deeper. Wow, I was hoping for 5 years, but that's like what my eyes looked like 10 years ago. That is really pretty cool. Wrinkle gone. It's easy. You just put it on your finger and go. Now I wish I had more down here because I can still see one wrinkle. It's bugging me.
I am a little bit emotional. I'm turning 40. I didn't think would be a big deal to me, but that looks like the me that I feel like inside instead of what I see when I look in the mirror.
Try Instantly Ageless today at GCNLife.com. That's GCNLife.com. 30-day money-back guarantee and preferred price discount at GCNLife.com. That's GCNLife.com.
Let me tell you about Life Change Tea, the tea that makes you go. I've been drinking Life Change Tea and have more energy every day. Life Change Tea is a proprietary herbal formula, a gentle daily cleanse designed to rid your body of harmful intruders. Our food was different 60 years ago, no processing and free of pesticides. Today, not so much. No wonder we feel run down. Try Life Change Tea for yourself. Go to getthetea.com. Not available in stores. Go to getthetea.com. Mention JB in the coupon box for free shipping.
Hand sanitizer is not an option. It's now a must-have. But where can you find it? Online at 2020safe.net. The highest quality hand sanitizer that destroys microorganisms and prevents transmission of pathogens. Now available in a 1-liter bottle with a bonus at 2020safe.net. When you order a 1-liter bottle of our high-quality hand sanitizer, you'll receive a 30-count bottle of Immune Booster, a $14.95 value, free by using code GCN at checkout. 2020safe.net offers many natural products to help support health and help you live a more fulfilled life. From germ-zapping hand sanitizer to immune-building nutraceuticals to natural stress, anxiety, and sleep aids. 2020safe.net has what you need in stock today. Just click 2020safe.net. That's 2020safe.net to get our 1-liter bottle of high-quality hand sanitizer with your bonus free 30-count bottle of Immune Booster. Remember to enter GCN at checkout, and the bonus is yours free. Go now to 2020safe.net.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment. The Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Attention homeowners that have ever had a broken appliance.
Great. We all have broken appliances. I own a home just like you, and have found a way for $1 a day to have all the major appliances. Warranty plan. They're guaranteed to be fixed or replaced. You know how expensive an air conditioner, the heating system, a washing machine, dryer, water heater, or refrigerator can be. For about $1 a day, all your major appliances are protected in case they break. Unless you're Daddy Warbucks or the Monopoly guy, and you don't care about money, call my friends at the Home Service Club now and get a warranty on your major appliances. It's a free call, and the first month is free. But be one of the first 25 people to call within the next 10 minutes.
800-825-6796. 800-825-6796. 800-825-6796. Again, that's 800-825-6796.
Tahibo Tea Club's original pure Pau d'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus doesn't grow on. So it naturally has antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-infection, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. But maybe more importantly, Tahibo Tea Club's original pure Pau d'Arco Super Tea builds corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer happens to die in oxygen. The tea is great for healthy people, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. Tahibo Tea Club's original pure Pau d'Arco Super Tea is only $34.95 plus shipping. Order now at shopsupertea.com or call 818-984-6100. That's shopsupertea.com or call 818-984-6100. Shopsupertea.com.
good Wednesday morning, America's first news continues on the 29th day of April, and with the economy gripped by its worst crisis since the 1930s, Fed Reserve policymakers are expected to offer some assurances today that they'll act as needed to prevent further damage. Yet the Fed's unlikely to unveil any new emergency programs. Officials have already taken a range of actions that have propelled them into new corners of the economy and elevated their bond buying into new highs. Chairman Jerome Powell will hold his usual news conference, this time virtually rather than on site, after the Fed issues its latest policy statement. Kids in California, students in California, I should say, could return to classrooms as early as...
This is the April monthly test of the Nevada Emergency Alert System from the Nevada Department of Public Safety. Broadcasters, cable operators, IPTV providers, and the National Weather Service provide EAS as a way for state and local officials to warn you about emergencies and keep you informed during disasters. This concludes today's test of the Emergency Alert System.
Well, whoop-de-fucking-do! KDWN took, nearly, past 30 minutes to finally relay a monthly test. Jeez, KDWN, what kind of programming are you on? Oh well, this has to be my longest EAS video yet, but I'll edit it for reasons. Just even though Los Angeles counties, I had 5 minutes of KCET's programming. Oh well. Yep. I already took the Radio Shack 12-996 back in my house while I was at it. Well, Discord finally told them about KDWN's relaying for once. Well. Oh well. Why don't you check out my channel, check out Skewer King's channel, check out the Big Bad Boss's channel, and check out my friend Evan's channel, Elevator Adventures Incorporated. You'll see them on your screen right now. So, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.